Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Parometers by Strosahl. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these thermometers in the grid. They act as normal thermometers with an additional rule, so let's go over that carefully. The way normal thermometers work is we have a circle with a line attached to it. We call the circle a bulb, because if you imagine those old mercury thermometers, there's a bulb on the end, there's mercury in there, and it rises up as it heats up. So because it rises from the bulb, our numbers do as well. So whatever's in the bulb, say there's a 2, we have to get larger as we move along the thermometer. So we could do, say, 3 and then 5. I mean, that's one of the options, right? We just have to make sure we get bigger as we go. We could do 3 and then back to 2. We can't do 4 but down to 3, etc., because that does not increase as we go. In addition to that, the bulb of the thermometer must be a different parity than the stem. So whatever parity is here, even or odd, say this was a 2, that would make it even. These would both have to be odd. So in this case, it would have to go 2, 3, 5. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. I want to start with this 4 length, because we know that these are the 3 digits of a single parity, because each parity has only 3 digits. You have 1, 3, 5, and you have 2, 4, 6. But this can't be 1, 3, 5, because if I try to put 1, 3, 5 here, how does this lower than the 1? Right? So we get our initial digits. I'm going to use blue for even and orange for odd, and I'm going to put a 1 there. So what do we do from there is kind of the question. Well, we need a 6 up here somewhere. If this were the 6, then the only option for this, it would have to also be even, would be a 2, because we have all the other evens used, which would make that a 1. And that seems reasonable. I just thought I'd point that out. Let's see, what else can we do here? These two are the same parity as each other. Which will use up the parity, right? So whatever parity this is, let's call that the green parity. These are the other ones. And if this were odd, it would have to be a 3, because 5 is too big. So if this were odd, it would be a 3, and then we'd have to do 4, 6 like that. If this were even, it couldn't be a 2, so it would have to be a 4, and that doesn't work. Oh, okay, yeah, so these have to be odd, and these have to be even. Because again, a 4 doesn't work because we don't have 2 odd digits bigger than 4. So this ends up being 3, 4, 6, and that's a 5. Okay, so these are all odd because we have all our evens for the column. So these are from 1, 3, 5, and this certainly isn't a 1. Now, if this was 3, we'd have to put a 1 here, and that doesn't work because we'd have to be odd, both odd. So this is the 5. And we know that this is odd. So this is the 3 because it can't be 1 because it's not at the beginning of a thermo. So that's 1 and 3. And so now this has to be the 2 in order to be the opposite parity and lower than 3. All right, so these are both even, and we know what they are. This is 4, this is 2, because of this 2 here. The 2 has to go here for the box, and then this is 6. These are both odd, and they're a 1, 5 pair. We don't know the order yet. All right, so these both are odd just for the row. And we know this isn't 5. 5's way too big, so that's 3, that's 5. So this has to be 4, 6. For them to both be even. So that makes the rest of this column odd, 1, 3, 5. We know this has to be 5 because it can't be 1, 3. Okay. So this row is just even remaining. It's a 4, 6 pair. This row is a 1 even, 1 odd. Right, so these two 5s tell us that there's a 5 here, but 5 is way too big for that thermo, right? So that's a 5, giving us the 1 and the 5. This is odd. That means this is even and is a 4, which means this is even and it's a 2, which means this is odd and it's a 1. Puts a 3 and a 1 there. This is 6 and 4. And now I think we're finishing up. Let's see if we can do the colors. Yeah, these are both odd. That makes this even and that makes this even. So that's a 6, that's a 1, that's a 3, that's a 2. And we finish with a deep, deep doot in the corner. Very nice. Cool puzzle, Scott. I really enjoyed that. It was cool thinking about how the parities affected the thermos. That was a neat idea. So let me know how you did. And if you enjoyed this, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.